Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good to say I doubt it will stand up to something. I haven't even disrespected you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Oh, it's Thursday. God, March is almost finished. I can't believe it. I feel like March just started. Second to last day of March. I think that's Women's History Month. Was that supposed to be March? I feel like we forgot all about it. I feel like every month is Trans Month now. It's Thursday, March 30th. Welcome to Mayor in the Morning. Got a busy day today. I'm going to be on, remember DeFango from the Eliza Blue? The 6-week Eliza Blue trend. I'm going to be on his show later on at 2 o'clock. Then I have Aiden Paladin on the show at 5 o'clock. I'm doing Punk Rock Libertarians at 8. And then I'll be on the Mikey Harlow show at 10 o'clock today. So busy girl. That's me. I'm busy today. I worked out, but I didn't shower. So hope you don't hold it against me. My hair's hella greasy. I just won't be at that angle. What's up, guys? There's so much going on. Every time I see my dad calling, I go, ah! And then, do you guys have that same reaction? I don't know. That's probably definitely not normal. I'm like, well, shit, something's wrong. Something's fucked up. But I'm just like, planning a wedding. I have to make sure I don't like overly micromanage other people. Like I forget that people can do basic tasks and that it's weird. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to rent a suit for my dad. I realized he can rent his own suit. But I was like, all right, I guess you're trying to be Florida man and not own suits anymore. But you could buy one. Do guys have Poshmark? Could a guy just like wear a suit once and then sell it? I don't think guys are doing Poshmark. I don't think guys are selling their clothes. Oh yeah, that's me. I'm such a bridezilla. Woo! Watch out. I'm really enjoying these little crystal lights, by the way. Thank you to Hunter again, because they go perfectly with my Chrissie Mayr podcast sign from NVIDIA here, which is like, this is like one of my favorite things I've ever gotten. I love it. Now I can't believe I've gone so long without a little sign, but so many of them were so fucking expensive. I just thought I had to be at Joe Rogan level to buy a neon sign. But guess what? You don't. You can be at whatever level this is. So I got some shows coming up. I ran into somebody at the gym this morning, and at first I thought it was a fan because he was like, "Oh, hey, Chrissie," and it was like during the middle of the workout. I was like, all right, are people starting to like join the gym now because they see my posts or whatever? And then I quickly got over myself and realized, no, this was somebody I knew from stand-up. I think improv or stand-up years ago. I hadn't seen this guy in years. So he said, hey, at the beginning of the workout. And then I'm like, for the next 45 minutes, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Hope he's not watching. Probably not. And then at the end, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll follow. Like, what do you use? Instagram, Twitter? And then I did the old trick where you have the person type their handle or their name into the search bar for like Instagram or Twitter. And then you remember who the person is. So that worked. That old trick. Cecil, I'm going to send you a link. Cecil. Carrie Smith had her 1-year anniversary party show last night. I was watching a little bit of it. It looked pretty cool. Everybody who is everybody was there. Except for me, because I got the link too late. And by the time I got the link, I had already washed off my face. So nobody wants to see that. Okay, Cecil, I'm sending it to you. No pressure. It's just gonna sit in your little inbox. I got more shows coming up. I'm gonna be in Staten Island next on April 7th. The Reef at Staten Island. Wait, where's my flyer? This is my flyer. I was given a single flyer because this is what happens when boomers produce comedy shows. They go, here's your promotion. I go, can I get a graphic? Can I get a link? No, there's none of that. There's just this printout. The Reef at Paradise Island, Friday, April 7th. Check it out. There is a phone number to call, 845-827-3460. 8:30 show. Keanu Thompson will be joining me for this. We're going to have some laughs. I'm going to pick her up. It's always a good time when you're going to Staten Island. So we're doing Staten Island, Pete Davidson country. Then we're going to Morris Plains, New Jersey. I'll be headlining Tiff's Ale House on Saturday, April 8th. Then we got Vegas. Holy cow. I haven't even booked my flights yet. The FNT Geeks and Gamers meetup is Wednesday, April 26th at the Millennium Fandom Bar. I believe that meetup starts at 6. Then I am doing the Space in Vegas. This is pretty cool. This is the first time I've ever signed up, sort of like produced a show backwards. Like usually you get a club or whatever, be like, okay, we'll book you. This is the deal. But like with this, I'm like renting this place out and like hoping it evens out, hoping it'll be fine. So then I'm headlining at the Space on Thursday, April 27th. 7:00 show. Get your tickets now. The tickets are flying for this show. Who knows? Maybe they'll add a late one. Maybe they won't. That'll be really fun. Lila Hart will be at that show as well. And then we're going to Dallas Friday, May 5th and 6th. Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas. One of my favorite clubs in the country. Because they're one of the clubs that will have me. No, they're great. They're great otherwise too. I remember, I think I had COVID when I was at Hyenas. I think that's when I realized, like, I might have something here. At the time, I really just thought I had a cold. I remember being on stage thinking, like, man, I really don't want people to think I have COVID because I had like the colds and I had just freaking cold symptoms. And I was drinking a lot of tea and honey. I was basically curing myself with tea and honey. And but then after that I came home. I had a 3-day headache and then I had to get tested and I was like, oh, I guess I do have it. But then I was negative 5 days later. Phooey. Anyway, Hyenas in Dallas, May 5th and 6th. Lila Hart will be there too. That'll be fun. And I'll be on Primetime Alex Stein 99's show in the week leading up. Then I got Richmond, Virginia, Sandman Comedy Club Wednesday, August 9th. Anime Matsuri, August 10th through the 13th. Simpcast will have a panel and some kind of a booth, some kind of a Simpcast presence at this convention. So I better make sure all my Simpcast merch is in order. Maybe we got to do a sticker or something. Maybe a new shirt. Then I'm headlining in Houston that same weekend, Friday, August 11th at the Secret Group. Get your tickets. If you know you're going to be at this convention, just get your tickets now. And it's nice to have plans. It's nice to have somewhere to go, something to do. And it's not so late. Like, boom, show's over 8:39. You can still have a full night of other things. Other things. I remember when Carrie was just another knitter. She's still, you know what I mean? Once a knitter, always a knitter. You kind of never really lose that. I freak out when your dad calls me. I'm just used to like, I always feel like there's something wrong. Or like someone needs help or someone fucked up or something's bad. How good was Carmaxlla on Alex Stein's show? Oh my God. Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I just watched clips, but it looked totally hilarious. I'm so happy she did it because I'm like, all those Texas girls, they got to be on that show like all the time. This is so wild to me. Yeah, if you're not following Carmaxlla, I really don't know like what you're doing with your life. Go to Carmaxlla, follow her right now. I have like, I mean, she's such a bright star in my eyes. She is really, I think, going places. This girl is only 19 years old and she is so talented. She is like a wild free spirit. She literally shows up to Alex Stein's show and does her Michael Jackson character, who I've only seen like in snippets, like short sketches. She does her Michael Jackson character for an hour and 10 minutes. For this entire show, she does a character. You guys don't understand how hard that is to do. On the old Slightly Offensive, I did Greta Thunberg for an entire episode, and I was like, this is the worst decision I've ever made. Like, this character is meant to do small spurts. Like, you only have so many lines of dialogue for the character kind of memorized, and it's like, yeah, you can do the voice the whole time, but like it definitely loses steam. It's not an easy task. And so she did her Michael Jackson character the whole time. Mega props to her. And it's so funny. Like, it's such a this was at the end.
Say goodbye. It's MJ. It's okay to be gay. Don't put your penis off today. It's okay to be gay. Don't put your penis off.
If this were the whole show, I would watch this for an hour.
Don't put your penis off today. It's okay to be gay. Don't get opposite to me. I love you, brother 99.
Say goodbye to Michael Jackson.
Bye to Michael.
He. What does that sign say in the back? Alex Stein. Is he running for office or something? That's really funny. Good job, Carmaxlla. This is so funny too. Kumia's tweet. How the fuck can someone so pretty look exactly like Michael Jackson? Because she does a little bit of contouring. She makes the little chin nodule, the little chin indentation. She makes her nostrils blacker. She does like contouring on her nose. She does like the cheekbone contouring, and then she makes herself really, really white. She does white face and black eyeliner, but it is like really amazing how she's able to look just like him. It's great. I enjoy her so much. I think she has so much potential. I was just talking to her like last week about how great I think she is. And she's only 19. I'm just like, I'm so amazed with her. Okay. And she paints too. She does funny characters. She paints. She's like a joy to talk to. And she's actually like very mature for 19 years old. To be a 19-year-old and like to be an internet person at 19, I can't imagine like myself at 19 I would be insufferable. Nobody would want to listen to a 19-year-old Chrissie Mayr. I was still like a full-blown retard feminist. I had no opinions. I had lived no life, but I don't know. I don't feel that way about Carmaxlla. I think she's great. So follow her. I can't wait to see her when I'm in Texas in May. And she's haunted. Yeah, she has many haunted dolls. She has a lot of great stories for only being 19. You thought that was a mannequin? No, that's a person. 19 on the internet is like 190 for real. Like you age kind of on the inside when you're on the internet. Like take Brittany Venti, for example. She's super young too still. She's like in her early 20s or something. But since she was literally raised by the internet, she seems older. She's got that internet wisdom. She's got that. She's kooky. Yeah. Carmaxlla's kooky. We need more kooky in this world. But I got a lot of kooky stories planned for today to talk about. I'm not trying to talk about the same stories everybody's talking about. Like if you want serious news, if you want to learn something, okay, you've come to the wrong place. Let's talk about Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian, of all the Kardashians, has had the most work done. And let's be honest, she has needed the most work because who knows? Maybe she's the offspring of O.J. Simpson. That is a conspiracy theory. She never looked like the rest of the Kardashian crew. She was built like a linebacker. She had a completely different face, bone structure. So homegirl has had to do a lot more plastic surgery to catch up to her prettier sisters. This is out of the showbiz section of the Daily Mail. Do you miss your old face? Khloe Kardashian gives a very honest response after fan calls out her dramatically different appearance in new selfie. Khloe Kardashian posted a snappy retort to an Instagram commenter who teased her about her facial features. Does this link to her actual post? No. Wow, there's a lot of Khloe Kardashian stories. All right, maybe we'll do another one. I'm feeling Khloe Kardashian today. The 38-year-old reality star posted a gym video Wednesday that gave fans a close-up look at her smooth complexion and world-famous mega pout. I don't think Khloe Kardashian has a world-famous anything, but that's just me. When one of the commentators snidely asked her, "Do you miss your old face?" However, Khloe responded, "No." Okay. Maybe I need to go back to this old. Yeah, maybe let me show this old article because it shows some photos so you can drastically see the difference here. Okay. When's this from? This is from last month. She was praised for sharing an unedited snap of her incredible body. And it's like, is it really incredible, or did you just have money to have a lot of BBLs and surgeries and you can pay? It's hard to know when someone's super rich. Like, are you paying to have your fat relocated? Are you actually dieting and exercising? It's probably all the above. But this is the before and after of Khloe Kardashian. This is her in 2006. Are you seeing the OJ? And this is her in 2023. She's had definitely a nose job. She has definitely, her face looks, she's definitely had some kind of chin job. Her chin, even though it's tilted up here, looks dramatically smaller. Probably like, some type of like injection or Botox in the forehead. Like that's not even that big a deal, but maybe something with her cheeks, but like for sure nose job, for sure chin job. Chin job. And then this is her body. Oh my God, like so much has happened here. Okay, she looks a little bit like a sexy grimace in this first photo. Like she's giving me Cookie Monster energy. So fine, sure. Like clearly in this photo, she needs to work out or not wear this dress. This dress is really form-fitting. I don't know what she was thinking. To wear something like this, your boobs definitely have to be bigger or at least match your hip size. And she is a little bit of a refrigerator bod at this point. She's a little bit kind of straight up and down. Even this flattering pose is not helping her. Again, I'm not being like overly critical of her body. I'm just saying like this is where she was at and she chose not such a good dress for this. But it was 2007. Maybe she didn't know how to dress then. And now this is very dramatic. This is 2022. A lot has happened. What was this, in 15 years? Yeah. Now she looks kind of like a Barbie. I think she's had her jaw narrowed or shaved down or something. Her whole like frame looks smaller. It's really kind of amazing. Maybe she's been like lifting weights, but she's lost a ton of weight. Like this is all gone. Makes her feet look bigger. I guess that's what happens when you lose weight. Your feet look longer. And this is 2023. So it's hard to know if she had like this clear, like this can't be her real butt. And here she kind of like looks like she could be J-Lo in this picture. She could be any of the Kardashians. Here she's kind of has that look down. That classic Hollywood look. And this is 2015 and 2021. Okay, yeah, for sure. It looks like she had another nose job or just maybe the same one. I don't know. She might just be lining her lips differently here. but her cheeks look much smoother. Like she doesn't have the appley, like chunky cheeks here like she used to. Despite overhearing her mom say she needed a nose job at age 9, she didn't get one until 2019. Oh, that's kind of sad when your Hollywood mom is telling you at 9 that you need a nose job. That can't be healthy. That can't be a healthy household to grow up in. I think it's probably impossible to not have something done. Okay, and then here she is at 2023. She has confessed to airbrushing her images. Okay. Yeah, she looks pretty, but she also kind of just looks, you do enough work, you end up kind of looking like everybody else. Like everybody just gets the same kind of work, I guess. Okay. So anyway, this brings us to her does she miss her old face? She responds, no. Almost 2 years ago, on Keeping Up with the Kardashians finale, there was a finale? I'm like, the show stopped? Khloe insisted that the only plastic surgery she has ever had was a nose job. I've had one nose job, Dr. Raj Kanodia. She told Andy Cohen, who was hosting the final curtain specials that close out the series. What do you guys think? Just one nose job? Unless she's just lost so much weight that her face looks so different. But I think she had her chin shaved down a little bit. You can't lose weight in your chin. Wow, she really looks like a completely different person. She looks like kind of a potato with eyeliner here, which is fine. But like, it's hard to just stay with this look when all your other sisters look like 11s. Wow, she looks totally different. Her hair is lighter, like everything looks lighter. It's kind of amazing. Like she has the best stylists and handlers, right? But like if this is her base color is like this dark brown, maybe it looks like she kind of dyed it darker in this original photo. So maybe her base color is like a medium brown, but everything is just looks so much better lightened up. Okay, so this is what she posted. All right. Do you miss your old face? Poochki started it all. She just wrote back no. The thing about getting so much plastic surgery is like you end up looking absolutely nothing like your kid. Khloe also wrote on Instagram last April that recovering from her nose job was a breeze and that her only regret is that she didn't do it sooner. When a fan tweeted about the surgery, she revealed that she went under the knife just a couple weeks before her daughter True turned 1 in April 2019. She's also had like really horrible relationships. Like it seems like all the Kardashians kind of do. They just going through men left and right. No one seems like they can hold down one man for any kind of extended period of time. She elaborated on her decision to get the procedure when her family did an ABC special with Robin Roberts last year. My whole life, I would say I've always wanted my nose done, like forever, she confessed to Robin. But it's in the middle of your face and it's scary to think about. But I finally got the courage and I did it and I love it. During the same interview, she revealed she never felt like the pretty sister. Yeah, because everybody was saying you were the ugly sister. And experienced insecurities because of her previous size. Yeah, not only is she like bigger, but she's like much taller than them. Fans have watched her figure evolve over the years, including with a stunning weight loss journey that led her to host a show called Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian. Rumors have been swirling around various cosmetic procedures she is said to have had done, with a particular focus on her rear end. I wonder what she's going to do now. I mean, we have Black China taking out her butt stuff. Is it an injection? Is it an implant? I don't know what's in her butt, but she's taking it out. So I don't know if that's going to lead to a larger trend of people taking things out of their ass. Not in that way. She has always denied having her behind augmented. Writing on social media years ago, sorry to disappoint. I've always had an ass. I know it's more fun to believe it's not real. Kind of a compliment since I kill myself in the gym. All right. Okay. What a difference a day makes. Maybe. Again, like she might not be somebody who considers fillers to be surgery. Okay. Who cares, right? I try to not take any close-up photos of me at the gym because I don't look my best. You're there to work and kind of get gross. Like I think if you have time to take a gym selfie, it's like, you probably should be doing something else. Yeah, I feel like there was something done to the chin. Also, yeah, I feel like she had something in her lips. Whatever. Okay. What the hell's going on with Britney Spears? Why can't she just keep her shirt on for a week? Okay. Black China wants to be in the news for going au natural. About a year ago, the reality TV superstar laughed off claims she had a buttock implant in the comments of an Instagram fan page. The page posted a video of Khloe doing stretches with a suspicious outline in her leggings, setting off a storm of speculations. OMG, you can see her implants when stretching, a second layer of bum on the top of her bum. The implants are padded tights. It's the seam of the leggings, huh? All right. She's doing a strong squat routine. I need to do more squats. Okay, that's her butt. There she is. Okay, oh, this was her when she was kind of in between faces. This is the rookie mistake of wearing a white bra under a sheer black shirt. What an idiot. Like, you got to do skin tone or even a little bit darker than your skin tone so it doesn't show up. But black is going to show up and white is going to show up. So this must be an old photo. Yes, from 2008. How come they're not telling these women how to dress? This is probably before they had like handlers and stylists. Whoops. Ray J video is all I know about them. OJ was her dad. It's Alex Roldan, who was Chris's hairdresser. That's why Khloe's middle name is Alexandria. Ooh. Okay, so lots of people think there's a different dad involved here. She's still bored, though. Think of all the things those ladies have not done alone in their lives because of the upbringing they have. None of them are independent of each other. I'd go mental if I was that dependent on my family. You think they'd crave making something of themselves apart from the rest? Interesting. Her lips and butt are not real. Plus, she has no muscle tone, just like her fake siblings. But then again, what do you expect? Posing in gym attire and picking up a piece of exercise equipment. Oh, wow. She's always been my favorite Kardashian. I think she's beautiful. She's come a long way. Okay. They think they're good parents. Well, she is the prettiest now. Wow. I think Kourtney might be the best looking, but who knows? Wow. Does anyone in this soul-sucking family know how to tell the truth? It's fun. I don't know why it's fun. Like, celebrity gossip is fun in small spurts. Okay, what else is going on? Anything I should care about? I don't care really about Nicolas Cage. Jose Canseco. Oh no, Josie Canseco. I was like, wow, Jose Canseco looks great. That's a girl. Okay, Blac Chyna took 10 pounds of her silicone out. Okay, good for her, I guess. She can always put it back if she misses it. Yes, so much of this. Bhad Bhabie is 20? Oh, man. Happy birthday, Bhad Bhabie. She's 20 now. Boring. Her real name is Danielle Bergoli. She celebrated by throwing a party at her $6 million Florida mansion, says TMZ on Wednesday. Imagine being a bajillionaire at 20. Like, what's the rest of your life going to look like? The model was seen in a pink string bikini by her pool in a video. She was spotted twerking in front of her mother, proving that the two are on much better terms these days, after she finally caught her outside. Bhad, who talked her fortune earlier this year, claimed in recent months she has made millions from her music career and OnlyFans. She got started. Oh my God, right? She was 13 when she was on Dr. Phil. That was 7 years ago, guys. I feel like it flew by. Look at this. Is this her house? This is horrible. Who would want this? I'm sorry. This looks like a shitty Manhattan, like gynecologist office. Like this kind of art and this furniture. Like, I don't know. To me, this has no personality at all. Oh, look, she's in a pool. And all these tattoos, I think, look horrible. Sorry. It just looks like when the tattoos like don't really go together and they're just haphazard, I think it looks messy. Okay. She made, oh my God, she made $50 million on OnlyFans in a single year. That's crazy. Guess how most people make? Most people make like a couple $100 a month. Wow, she made $1 million in the first 6 hours of being on OnlyFans. I think a lot of that has to do with like her being under 21 and that being like kind of like a fetish for people. In 2022, Bergoli revealed she no longer wanted to be referred to the Cash Me Outside girl. Too late. I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard. That's like the My Pillow guy being like, "Can we not associate me with pillows, please? Thank you." The star suggested the names Gucci Flip Flops girl or the High B girl instead. Yeah, no, sorry, these aren't gonna stick. She uttered the phrase during a 2016 appearance on Dr. Phil while challenging the entire show's audience to fight her. It's not something I would have loved to see that, by the way. I think people should have fought her that day. It's not something I'm just so in love with, being the girl from Dr. Phil and saying some crazy shit. That's not how I feel. I feel like she would say that literally today. I feel like she is still the catch me outside person. It's not like this girl's could be like, yes, would you meet me outside at your earliest convenience? No, she's still trashy. Okay. That's not how I feel. She has made accomplishments. She's earned $50 million on OnlyFans. She's made $1 million from endorsing makeup company Copycat Beauty. When you try to find a way to just be annoying, but she wouldn't have been this person if she was not the Cash Me Outside girl. If she was like a well-behaved 13-year-old, she would not be where she is. She would be another like dime a dozen rapper. When you find a way to try to be annoying about something that's kind of weird, again, like this, I just hate all of this. Okay, she's oh my God, too many fake eyelashes. She's so pretty on her own. Like she doesn't need all this fake shit. But at least she didn't get a nose. You know what? She probably can't get a nose job because she needs it for singing. Oh, okay. This was her when she was 13. Wow. I think she shaved like the tippy top of her head. I can't believe she was 13 here. She seemed like 19 here. There's no suggestion Bergoli is lying about her enormous wealth. She recently bought a $6 million Florida home for cash. Okay. How about you buy like a $1 million home and then, I don't know. I hope she's at least helping her family out. I hope she at least bought her mom a home that she treated like garbage when she was in her youth. Bergoli charges $23.99 a month. She has 1.5 million likes on the site. And she makes more by charging subs for personalized content. Her episode on Dr. Phil was titled, "I want to give up my car stealing, knife wielding, twerking 13-year-old daughter who tried to frame me for a crime." That's funny. I feel like she's lived such a full life and she's not even 21 yet. Okay. I never wanted to be famous. Yeah, right. Why were you on Dr. Phil? You don't just get scouted for I don't know. I think you have to like really submit. You have to go out of your way to be on Dr. Phil. You don't just get like, you're not just walking around in a scout at the mall. It's like, oh, you got to come on Dr. Phil. I never wanted to be famous, she told Variety in 2021. I was handed it. Instead of being an embarrassment and a joke for the rest of my life, I became something successful. I mean, you're still an embarrassment. You're just a rich embarrassment. Just 1 year after she went viral for her TV appearance, Bergoli received a record deal as a rapper from Adam Kluger at Atlantic Records. And then she went on to star in Bringing Up Baby in 2019. Last year, she bought a $6.1 million mansion in Florida from the linebacker Jean-Pierre Paul. Okay. What is that, a Bentley? Big deal. Who needs 3 cars? Okay. She was on Barstool's Sports Sunday Conversation. Is that an ice cream show? I don't think so. Okay. Wait, she's talking about OnlyFans. When she turned the legal age of consent. When asked if she believes that the people who subscribed right away should be in jail, she replied yes. Oh, geez. Then why do it? Most of her profits are through DMs. She regularly receives unwanted explicit penis photos. Well, that's everybody. As for who's viewing her content, her demos between 20 and 40, mostly white married men with 6 kids and a daughter her age. Yikes. Okay. Is she wearing long underwear? This girl has no sense of style. Okay. Yes, she's cute. Okay. All right. Everyone's like, I hope she has a good financial advisor. Hey, get it where you can. Bhad Bhabie, she's doing great for herself. She is the baddest baby out there. Caleb Presley is a Sunday show. It's a separate channel owned by Barstool. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think a big part of her draw was her like being famous under the age of 18. Everyone always loves to do one of those Mary Kate, Ashley Olsen, countdown clocks. What's up, Spectral Citizen? Thanks for the super chat. Good morning to you, sir. Oh my God, my shirt almost matches your super chat. Almost. Ooh, member milestone chat from John Beard. WTF, it's 1:30 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia. Can Anna get something from the top shelf, please? Of you can pretend. Maybe. It's late. Wow, that's very late in Australia. I think Elijah's wife just gave birth. I think they're in Australia right now. Congrats to them. I want to send them a baby gift. I don't know where to send it though. But that's exciting. Okay, let's talk about something kind of. What? Oh. I was like, what is this? Okay. I heard something playing. NYPD pulls promotion of officer accused of stuffing panties in underling's mouth after post report. You heard me. The NYPD pulled the promotion of an officer being sued for allegedly stuffing her panties in a male underling's mouth. Where does this article leave? She did this? She stuffed her panties in a coworker's mouth? This girl? Wow, she's a boss. Yeah, girl boss. Wow, this is from back in 2018. What the fuck? Why would she do that? All right, let's go back to this other article. I'm so confused. Like, what would prompt such a thing? The NYPD pulled the promotion of an officer being sued for allegedly stuffing her panties in a male underling's mouth days after the Post reported on the plans to boost her in the ranks. Sergeant Anne-Marie Guerra, who was expected to be bumped up to the role of sergeant supervisor of the detective squad on Friday, had her promotion rescinded, the NYPD confirmed on Wednesday. The Post reported on Monday about the anticipated promotion, which would have bumped Guerra up to a starting year salary of $120,400 K, about $2,000 more than she now makes as sergeant. The NYPD said it's not unusual for its promotions list to change. Nearly every month, the NYPD elevates a number of its members through discretionary promotions, a department spokesperson said in a statement. The list of civil service and discretionary promotions is often released several days in advance of the department's official promotion ceremony. The statement said it's not uncommon, however, that revisions are made as the date of the ceremony approaches. Okay, sure, her nails match her outfit. That should count for something. Oh, this is her like going into her house? Okay. Who would sue? What kind of panties were these? When asked why Guerrera's promotion was squashed, a source said it has to be the story. She's being sued in Brooklyn federal court over an October 7th, 2018 incident in which she allegedly lost it on Detective Victor Falcon after he complained about her habit of leaving her underwear around the unisex locker room at their Brooklyn station house. Wow. In a fit of rage, defendant Guerrera, and how many times do you have to leave underwear behind for it to be like a problem? Because I feel like, all right, once you could just be like, where the hell's my underwear? Oh, I guess I misplaced it. But if it's happening more than like twice, I feel like that's intentional. That's like you want people to see your underwear. In a fit of rage, defendant Guerrera ignored all protocol, retrieved her soiled underwear. Oh no, it was soiled. And violently shoved them into Falcone's mouth and then aggressively rubbed them all over Falcone's face. Falcone claimed in his suit, which is still pending. Oh my goodness. The sexually charged and violent gender-motivated assault left Falcone traumatized and in shock. Guerrera screamed in Falcone's face, "See, they are effing clean." I mean, he's saying they were soiled, and she's saying they were clean. Asked about the promotion plans on Monday, whose suit also named the NYPD and several higher-ups in the department, said he was shocked. Would you guys sue over this? If one of your coworkers just stuck their underwear in your mouth, would you really sue over that? She's not horrible looking. I would say she's cute. I mean, that's definitely a move, though. That's not something I would do. Yesterday, somebody sent the message with the picture of the orders, and I'm like, are you serious? He told the Post. Falcone said he'd been locked away in a desk job at Brooklyn South Narcotics since the alleged incident and no longer performs actual police work. Oh my God, it's Cecil.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I just realized I haven't spoke to anybody in like 20 hours, so my voice.
Wow, you're like, does my mouth still work?
Yes, I'm the New York Panty correspondent, live with the story.
Would you sue if you had a coworker who stuck their panties in your mouth? I mean, what's the big deal?
She looked pretty good, right?
She wasn't ugly. Yeah.
No, I pay extra for that. Suing.
All
right.
Do you think? I mean, if you leave your underwear somewhere, I think more than twice, I feel like it's got to be intentional, unless you're just really really messy and haphazard, and you
Why would her underwear be off in front of a male? Do they have
maybe
co-ed
there's a
locker
gym
rooms?
there. I'm imagining like maybe if you go to the gym in the morning and then you change and shower at work.
Does
There's like
NYPD have a gym? I don't think so.
there's a unisex locker room. I think they all change in, which I mean, come on, you're gonna see someone's underwear in a unisex locker room. And don't they have lockers?
I mean, they were soiled, so what's he complaining about?
And what kind of soil are we talking about? Like, are we talking about like a real accident or just a normal wear and tear?
A little dampness, or is there skid marks?
Yeah. Yeah. Are we talking skid marks? Are we talking time of the month? Are we talking some kind of infection is happening?
Please let this go to trial. I want the examination on the type of stains on the.
Oh God. Ew.
I mean, if it's sopping wet from being excited, sure. But if
Yeah,
if
what if she
there's-
just was wringing them out on top of his head? That's what I would do.
yeah, that's
I was just
fine.
gonna wring them and then fling the juice at him. That's what I would do.
Well, you're a classy broad, Chrissy. That's why you do it.
I don't think that's something. Even if I were so pissed, I don't think I would ever put my underwear in someone's mouth, unless that was like a thing that we did.
What if he was talking a lot and ruining the whole mood?
I would never put my underwear in someone's mouth. I don't think I've ever done that. I think someone has
Well, you got to save something for the
I
wedding
think I
night.
was with a guy once who unprompted put my underwear on his own head, but that was not my idea. That was very much his idea, and the entire time I was uncomfortable with it. I was like,
It's not a great look.
I didn't like it. I didn't like seeing it. I was like, those
You
are
got to
not
be real. You got to be a really good-looking guy to pull off a thong on your head.
Yeah,
Like, you have
it's
to be-
gonna look fucking gay no matter what. Like, it's not gonna look hot. It's never gonna be hotter than it is gay. Like,
let me think. Could Henry Cavill pull that look off? I'm trying to think what man could wear women's underwear on his head. and
why
a
does
woman
it belong on your head? What reason? What sexy reason is there to be on your head? Like, I get it. Like, maybe you want to smell it, but don't put it on your head.
I mean, I could see if like the guy is tied up and then she's doing like a gag thing and stuffs her drawers in his mouth. Like maybe,
A man would never shove his boxers into a woman's mouth.
she'd die.
You would choke to death. That's too much material.
Water. It'd absorb all the moisture.
That's basically shorts. Yeah. Yeah, and then of course people were wearing it as a mask during COVID. I remember that.
Oh my God! People are starting to put up all the photos of like remember how crazy people were, and there's the guy with the maxi pad like strapped on his face, like glued on. There's one lady with like a scouring sponge and invisible tape. She has it like taped just to her mouth.
Oh wow.
So many everybody lost their fucking minds.
Yeah, I think that's good to remind people of what they did, how they behaved, how they treated others.
Yeah, there's that one of the. I mean, there's just a never-ending supply. But there's that one where these kids come into like a Burger King, and then she's like, "You put on your mask," and he's like,
I saw that.
He's like, "I hope you die. I hope you die." It's like,
and she was like 300 pounds herself.
Yeah.
She was not the beacon of health. Yeah.
She's in her 40s screaming at like 8-year-olds, "I hope you die," for not wearing.
That was
like,
so bad.
People lost their fucking minds. So, I mean, I don't know how we got there from panties. I guess
people, I think when it really showed how comfortable some people are with being with having things out of their control.
Oh yeah.
So much was out of and if you're a control freak, that was the worst time for you because you were not in control over how strong the virus was. You were not in control of how it affected you. You're not in control of who has it, who doesn't have it, how or if it transmits. Like you're in control of none of that. And that's the thing. It's like if you're meant to die by this thing, if anything, be mad at the guy upstairs. Like, don't be mad at your fellow man. Like they have no control over your immune system.
No,
I don't
it's also like goes to show it's like, well, how could something like Nazi Germany happen? Like, why would everybody comply? The amount of willing compliance to just absolute stupidity doesn't, like, just basic common sense would be like, hey, if you take this vaccine, it doesn't work unless that person takes it. Well, then it's not a vaccine. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
allegedly, and consult your doctor. And I hope everyone's been boosted.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm quad boosted.
Yeah, my favorite booster was my 10th, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you're a Deca boost. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, I got a free toaster from the last one.
Yeah, everybody get boosted. I think if there's one message from today's show, it's stay up.
Yeah, if you're not still getting boosted in March of 2023, like, what are you doing with your life?
Just leave the stream. You're not welcome here.
I have literally not had health insurance since December of 21. Like, I've never felt better. I just have a gym membership and I've been chilling.
That's all you need. Like, I caught COVID early on, and I never had a problem. Never. Actually, the other day, I'm in Chicago right now, so I'm signing comic books right now.
Yes, tell me about that. Let me bring up your Twitter because I think I saw a picture of you signing.
I have signed just yesterday. I signed 1,600 books, and on my arm, I broke my hand a bunch of times. I used to play hockey, and when you get into fights, you break your hand a lot.
How did I not know that you played hockey? Why have you?
Well, when I was younger. I mean, I'm a lot younger, but and also, like, the last time was like in a bar fight. I just never got it set, so my hand cramps easily. And
that's not good for jerking off, I guess.
No, but I get it done really quick.
Okay.
Before the cramp sets in. It's like I have it done to like a 3-stroke motion. But it's it's like agony after a few hours. And I probably was, I don't know, fucking signing for like 12, 14 hours yesterday.
You're in Chicago. Where in Chicago are you?
I think it's called Brookline or Brookville or something like that. Brookfield.
Okay.
It's like outside Chicago.
And this is cash grab your comic book?
Yeah, it's shipping out this week for everybody. It's really late, but it'll be in people's mailboxes next week.
It'll be in people's mouths next week.
In their mouths. And you could shove it.
Stuff them in their mouth. Yeah.
There'll be extra soiled copies for you to shove in your mouth.
Yeah.
I have another campaign for soiled copies of Cash Grab.
Wow, yeah, that's your forearm right now.
And my arm was like throbbing.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, and I still have, and I'm maybe a third of the way done. Maybe.
Whoa. Is it too late for people to order the book if they haven't yet?
There's going to be a next month second chance campaign.
Okay.
With a surprise artist doing the cover.
Ooh, is it anybody I know?
It is, actually.
Could I name him? And then will you tell me if I'm right?
Yes, go ahead.
Is it Ethan?
No, it's a female.
Oh, is it Anna?
No.
Is it Carmaxlla?
It is. No, it's not. But I watched that show yesterday. It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, how did she do a character for an hour? I have to watch it.
I don't know. I mean, she did fade in and out, like it wasn't spot on the whole time. But I just the commitment. It's just the commitment to it. Alex is. I watched one like last week where he just was like going crazy, snorting fentanyl and going crazy.
Oh no.
I was like, this show is absolutely fucking insane. But yeah, so the two of them. So does she live in Dallas?
Is she in Dallas? She's somewhere in Texas. I don't know if it's Dallas or Fort Worth, but I don't think she's in Austin. But I could be wrong.
Okay, yeah, because all those chicks are living out in Dallas. I don't know what's going on out there. Because
it's Freedom Land.
And I gotta get out. I gotta get the fuck out of New York. You guys are stuck in New York for a while, right?
Stuck for a little bit, yeah. We're gonna hold down the fort here in New York, and then
I got a year or two left here. I'm out.
okay, that's okay.
But I'm supposed to be doing Alex's show the same week you are, so I might stick around.
Really? Okay, that's awesome.
I might stick around for your show.
That is awesome. You should do a guest spot on stage.
Oh,
This
God.
was my favorite moment of the show when he legit blew an air horn and she legit jumped.
We're gonna give you the
Oh,
baby.
can I
Sleep and nap with
No,
the
it
baby.
would just nothing weird would happen.
No, of course
just-
not.
I
This is King of Pop. How,
How I heal from my trauma.
I guess I go, but good to see you, Michael, and let's do some more sleepovers later.
This
sounds
is supposed to be his mom.
wow, I didn't realize you're my babysitter. Wow, you okay, Michael? I just
Okay, that was a real scream. That was a real scream.
Wow, I didn't realize you're my babysitter. Wow, you okay, Michael? I just said this is safety thing. No, this is a safe.
She's like, what the fuck? Some people don't like loud noises.
Yeah, she really is a pisser. I heard you talking about her before.
She's so fucking funny.
She's like
I'm
on
gonna
another.
take her. I think me and Frank are gonna take her under our wing.
We're taking her.
We're gonna adopt. We're gonna take her. We're just gonna take her.
We're just gonna take her. She's absolutely insane. Yeah, she's like on another plane of reality.
She is, but it's really beautiful, and I hope she doesn't. That kind of spirit is something a day job would completely kill.
Oh my God. She'd be the most fun person that worked at wherever that was.
Yeah.
People would be like, "Oh, is Carmaxlla working today?" Oh, thank God, because she's gonna be like putting ice cream on top of her head if she works in fucking Carvel or some shit.
Some of my best, funniest memories are from all the random day jobs I've had. Like, what other chance would I have had to like work in an all boys prep school on the Upper East Side? You know, like I would never be exposed to those kind of people. Like,
Or be able to expose yourself to that many kids.
I would never be able to expose myself to that many kids. Yes, of course. My favorite was like, because I worked in kindergarten admissions, and there would be these like evaluation play dates that the kids had to come in for, and they'd be in groups of like 3 to 5 or whatever. And usually the nanny would be dropping the kids off, or sometimes the stay-at-home mom. And this one time, this kid was so nervous. He got into the lobby. He just fucking puked everywhere. Because I don't know, his parents maybe like hyped him up too much, like made him really nervous for it, basically. And puked all over the lobby. And I like looked over to Deb, who was like the evaluator. I was like, Deb, this isn't looking good for Rajesh or whatever his name is. She was like, yeah. She just was like writing it quickly on the clip. He was out. That kid was fucking out before he had a chance. There's no room for somebody with a weak stomach. Not in this
Two
school.
rules: don't shit yourself and don't puke during admissions.
It was so bad. But I'm like,
Oh no, okay, we're looking forward to talking. He's out. Get him the fuck out of here.
and this school was 36 grand a year or something like that.
Unreal. Yeah,
Probably
it's like
more
one of those-
now.
those Dalton schools and shit like
Yes,
that. And
it was just
yeah.
like that. One of those, yeah. But very
Yeah.
interesting. I was working there the year that Bridget Moynihan brought in her son, the son she had with Tom Brady. I saw her come in and audition him. So it's pretty neat. Every once in a while you'd see like a famous person, but it was mostly like because of where it was, like kids of UN ambassadors and like business people. So
yeah, $36,000 a year for kindergarten. It's going to be rich people.
yeah, and more, and it's probably more. It's probably at least 40 now.
Yeah, for
So
color.
crazy.
For
I want to tell
crayon.
these people, like, look, you're not getting your money's worth. Like it's, but they do that thinking, okay, this is going to put them into the right position so that after they graduate high school, they'll have the right connections to get a good internship, and then they'll get a good job. And it's all about like who you're socializing with. I don't think it has very much to do with
And when you go to, and they get to talk to each other at their various parties and be like, my son's at so and so school, and it's like, oh, We tried to get ours in there, but he fucking puked right at the front desk.
I was so mad. There was a year where we had a certain amount of financial aid, and I worked directly under like the main admissions person, and like we just didn't give it all away one year. I was like, what the fuck? Like we just didn't. It was so crazy to me. It's like, why wouldn't you admit like a really good financial aid kid rather than a family who can pay full price? I was just so annoyed. I was like, why would you just not give away as much as you could? I'm not explaining it well, but I just was like, oh wow.
You mean they could have let in like lower income kids, but they didn't?
Yeah, right.
And
I'm sure they would say,
didn't figure out why they had that. Why did he do that? You can't figure it. Can't crack that code.
in the way they referred to the financial aid kids. Oh my god, like they were trash. Like they were the scum of the earth, and they were just kids that had like parents had good jobs. You know, like they were just wow.
Put them on the scum pile. Put that. Put that
literally the fucking trash pile. These are the garbage pail kids.
Yeah, and Rashish who throws up at the fucking meetings.
Yeah, and Rashish with the weak stomach.
Oh, you know the parents hyped that kid up like, Rashish, do not screw this up. Your entire life depends. He's 5 years old. He's like picking his nose.
You will eat your cereal. You will not puke.
We will send you back to India. You'll be cleaning the Ganges by Monday if you fuck this up.
We'll send you back to the shoe factory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were financial aids. That's how we've thought of them. They had financial aids. There's no cure, but it is livable.
Yeah, you don't die from it. You live with it.
Right. And everybody, like, word gets around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you'd meet the rare, you know, mom and dad who were super loaded, but they didn't act like total assholes. Like they kind of kept it real. And then
that's how I want to be.
Yeah, keep it real.
Yeah, I want to be super loaded, but keep it real.
Apparently, like Trump had auditioned Barron to go to the school because I think it was the year after I started working there. Like we still had like the paperwork. I remember like looking at his like it's not called an audition. I'm sure it's called an interview. Application. But I remember like looking at it like, oh my god, this is Barron Trump. But he ended up going to another school. I think
you're in show business. That's why you're like, it's an audition.
Yeah, it is. It's all an audition. I was like, oh, that would have been cool if he had gone there.
Especially if they have a basketball team.
Well, he wasn't tall back then. He was just regular, you know.
He's a regular, like 6 feet tall, 5-year-old.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Now he's like almost 7 feet tall. He might have to go in the Ripley Believe It or Not museum.
I believe it.
You ever go into a Ripley Believe It or Not museum and they play a video of like the tallest man in the world, and they're like he only lived to be like 32 or something because he kept fucking growing like up until his death, like literally just grew out of his own skin.
Yeah, his organs like grew out of his body basically.
Yeah. And he was like the freak of the whole town. And then there's like video of the kids like swinging on his arms and shit and like decorating him for Christmas. And they're like, ha ha ha. Meanwhile, he's like in so much pain every day of his life.
His joints are giving out. They're like, and guess what? He also had the world's longest wrist crutches. You know, like he has 2 records.
Nada, you think that's actually fake? You think there was never a real tall boy?
Of course there was. They have like a pituitary gland fucking.
Yeah.
Usually a tumor on the pituitary gland like that just constantly is activating it.
That makes sense. Yeah, Andre the Giant had that.
He had that. They could have stopped it at some point. I think the guy the
they
other
were like,
giant,
no, we like it.
No, he was just afraid of doctors. He just didn't want to go to the doctor. But they could have actually taken the tumor off his pituitary, and it would have stopped the growth. Like basically, he grew himself to death. You know, they did it with the other giant. I forget. Big Show is his name. He's like the other giant wrestler. And they did at one point just take. He had the same exact thing, and they did the procedure to stop him from growing.
Currently, there's a Canadian, which is confirmed to be the tallest teenager in the world, who is 7'5". Holy shit!
How old is he?
He's the tallest teenager living. He's 15. His name is Oliver Rio from Canada. Damn. Imagine. No, I won't imagine it. He's 15. I'll imagine it in 3 years. He was born weighing 7.5 pounds. He grew to 16 pounds in the first month and did not stop there. He was 5'2" in the 5th grade. Okay, wow. I mean, that could be normal because Frank's kid is almost my height, but he's like in 6th grade.
Yeah, that's almost normal.
Almost normal. It's like
Yeah.
they predicted he'd be 6'5", but they were wrong. Look at his big ass legs. It's got to be so annoying to be that tall.
Oh, forget it. Nothing is built for you to fit into.
Literally nothing. Like your clothes don't. I mean, they're as big and tall. Even the dog is like, what the fuck?
He better fucking learn how to play basketball, or there's gonna be cleaning gutter.
He definitely plays basketball. He's clearly wearing a Canada basketball shirt.
Oh, they're known for their basketball up there.
That's at that point, like you have to play basketball. You're kind of weird.
Yeah,
if you don't.
you're fucked if you're going into hockey though.
Right. Or hide and seek. You're probably terrible at. You just hide behind a tree and like put your arms up.
He'd be like a gardener, a great gardener, just doing hedges all day.
Wow. But it's probably sucks for flying because you always have to pay for extra leg room. Or would you just at that point?
I mean, yeah, you have to have like the emergency row, and 7'5" is fucking insane.
Yeah, you're crouching to get in every door.
Let's put it this way: Andre was billed at like 7'4", but he was probably 7 foot tall.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? This kid's legit 7'5". Yeah, you're and he hasn't started to fill out yet. They're probably gonna he probably has that same pituitary thing. They're gonna have to stop it at like 21 or something. Otherwise, what happens is they just become not only they get tall, they just become gigantic, like every part of it.
Then they want to take over.
Yeah, we have to kill him now. I think is what you're trying to say. I may be misinterpreting what you're saying, but we need to stop this threat now.
This is the 8th wonder of the world. I just think of the Simpsons episode, like when they have Homer, like as King Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, Homer.
Oh, homie.
Oh, homie. I saw this creepy thing online where some guy.
You saw a creepy thing online?
Turn all the Simpsons characters and what they would look like as real people.
You saw that? That was freaky.
I was like, why? Why are we looking at this?
Because there's AI, and if you think it, you could just say it to your AI, and they'll make it.
Ew, ew, ew. Do you know they're trying to put a halt on AI? They just had this huge letter signed by Elon and like hundreds of other researchers. They're truly trying to put a stop to developing AI for like trying to put a 6-month hold on it. Like they literally don't want anybody to come out with anything other than the most recent form of the ChatGPT because they're literally like afraid and they don't want it to take too many human jobs.
Elon's been saying this for years. He's been like the biggest threat to humanity is not global warming. It's not all. It's AI. He's like, without a doubt, it's AI.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. Ugh. ABC News. Don't suck. Here we go. Musk scientists call for halt to AI race sparked by ChatGPT. Are tech companies moving too fast and rolling out powerful AI technology that could one day outsmart humans? Woo. Okay.
Anything could outsmart humans now.
It's already there. The AI is already passing the bar. They're literally already passing most college exams. They're already smarter than most people.
Most people are moronic.
Or dumb.
Yeah.
Present company excluded, of course.
Naturally. Well, actually, truth be told, this is an AI. Cecil
You've
couldn't
been an AI the whole time?
Yeah.
No wonder you never take your hat off. Yeah, they're worried it's going to outsmart humans. I think they're worried it's going to outsmart them because it's already outsmarted us regular dumb humans.
Yeah.
That's the conclusion. You know what? The only reason why you would do this is because you think it could hurt your bottom line. I don't think they're worried about losing their jobs.
It will destroy the economy. I think I was watching, might have been Tucker Carlson or something. I don't really watch much news, but they were talking about this issue. Maybe it was Ben Shapiro. I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about AI trucks and stuff like that because basically the long road trucking is going to be they can do it with AI now. Just driverless truck, and they're like, what that would do? It's like driving is the number one job for like high school graduates, like male,
especially because not as many people are going into college now, especially
right.
men.
Like, what it would do to the economy is like absolutely complete devastation. They're like, it can't be allowed. Like it can't be allowed just because it would take away. You would have millions upon millions of men unemployed like overnight.
Wow. And plus,
weird.
Can you do this to AI? Are they going to understand what this means? Are they going to honk at you on the road? Are you going to show them your boobs? That's not fun. You're going to show a robot your boobs? Who benefits from that?
Who the lot lizard's going to suck off for $20?
Exactly.
Answer me that.
Then that means, you know what also goes out? A lot of the truck stops.
An entire economy. Like there's an entire world ecosystem that that is based on this, and it falls apart. So but they're really pushing for it. I think California is really pushing for these like fucking insane.
Yeah, and of course some companies are not going to yield. They're going to be like, sorry, like they're just going to be like, fuck it and do what they want. The conclusion, that's the conclusion of a prominent group of computer scientists such as Elon Musk and Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, calling for a 6-month pause to consider the risks. Their petition was published Wednesday in a response to San Francisco startup OpenAI's recent release of ChatGPT 4, a more advanced successor to its widely used chatbot. ChatGPT is going to be replaced by GPT-4. That helped spark a race among tech giants Microsoft and Google to unveil similar applications. The letter warns that AI systems with human competitive intelligence can pose profound risks to society and humanity, from flooding the internet with disinformation and automating away jobs to more catastrophic future risks out of the realms of science fiction. God, that's scary. It says recent months have seen AI labs locked in an out of control race to develop and deploy even more powerful digital minds that no one, not even their creators, can understand, predict, or reliably control. We all call on AI labs to immediately pause for at least 6 months. The training of AI systems more powerful than GPT-4. The pause should be public and verifiable, including all key actors. Such a pause cannot be enacted quickly. Governments should step in and institute a moratorium. A number of governments are already working to regulate high-risk AI tools. The UK released a paper on Wednesday outlining its approach, which said that it will avoid heavy-handed legislation which could stifle innovation. So they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't give a fuck. It's all about bottom line. But it's the unintended consequence is they're going to have like millions of less customers because of how much people will be out of work.
Yeah.
You can't completely replace people unless you start paying the AI and make them pay for electricity.
Right. And so this petition was signed by let's see, the Turing Award winner, AI pioneer. So it's people in the AI community are also on board with this. Leading AI researchers, Andrew Yang signed it. Rachel Brosnan, who's president of the Bulletin for Atomic Scientists, which is a scientist-oriented group, advocating for its warnings against humanity ending nuclear war. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
once the computers realize how stupid, like right now they think humans are smart because they're only dealing with the ones that have programmed them.
Are smart.
But once they get out,
Once they
in the
get a
general
load of the
public,
rest of us, shit.
we're fucked. They're gonna be like, they're gonna just start launching nukes.
Yeah. Most human beings are like that Homer Simpson gif where it's like whoop 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 whoop, whoop like just like walking
running.
around in a circle on their
Yeah,
heads. Yeah. A pause is a good
that-
idea, but the letter is vague and doesn't take the regulatory problem seriously. It also is deeply hypocritical for Elon to sign, given how hard Tesla has fought against accountability for the defective AI in its self-driving cars. Oh, come on. You can't broad stroke him like that. It's just, all right. Everything's fucking specific. I think a self-driving car AI is different than the type of AI that's involved in what they're working on.
By the way, it's like an epidemic. I know South Park already did an episode on it, but like all school kids are just using it to make their reports now.
Yeah.
It's like every kid is fucking just using that shit to make their reports.
It's already fucked. This just like makes it easier at the higher levels. It's Cliff Notes on steroids.
Yeah, it's fucking. Why wouldn't you? And how can you not be tempted to? You know what I mean? Like you have to do a 12-page report on fucking, Industrial Revolution, and you'd be like, all I have to do is type that into a fucking command, and it's done.
So then we have to think about like, what do we want humans to still be able to do versus like, what do we need them to still be able to do? So it's like, okay, do I really need to write a report about the Kurds? Like, do I really need that for my life, for the rest of my life? Like, is my job, like most of our jobs have nothing to do with the things we learned in school. So is there a way to have AI take care of the shit that we don't want to do while not encroaching on our quality of life and the shit that we do want to do?
We're going to be taught how to maintain AI. That'll be our only fucking jobs.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to be like
Matrix.
The car mechanics for AI. Like,
yeah.
Off you go.
Yeah, I just think of those. You ever see that kid? He sits in Times Square just interviewing people with basic questions, like how many states there are.
There was a clip from the Whatever podcast. I think, or it was something else that Zuby was on, and these girls couldn't name. They didn't know the difference between continents and countries, and they couldn't name countries in South America. Like one girl was like Mexico, and one girl was like Asia. And Zuby's sitting there like, literally so shocked.
Yeah, they're when they say name a country and they say Europe, that's just amazing. Or
I thought I was dumb.
Name a country in Africa and they say Africa.
Does Africa
and
count?
It's like, no, there's a kid who pretty much does that. He just sits in Times Square and he has like hundreds of hours of interviewing people. And if you're under 30, I'm convinced you're retarded at this point. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
First of all, the number one answer to how many states there are is 52. For some reason, the deck of cards is what's stuck in everybody's head. Everybody says 52. No one can name a state. It's fucking amazing. It's absolutely astounding. Name the countries that border the United States. They can't. Like it's impossible. Wait, what? It's like Europe, and then no matter what the kid says, or no matter what the guy says, yes, you're right. So
that's the thing is this information you probably know it at some point. You take a test on it in school, and then decades pass where you don't have to know this information ever again. So it's like, can you really blame people for forgetting this stuff?
That Canada is attached to the United States.
That you should know. Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
And also these kids are like 18, 19 that he's interviewing. So if anything, it should be fresh. They're not learning it. They're learning gender theory and shit. They're learning like completely useless information.
Yeah, it should be. Are you smarter than a 30-year-old? I agree. That's really funny. Because
Although he did one with people in their 50s and 60s, and that was pretty fucking sad as well. Like it was, I was
wow.
like, oh man.
Because people just know what they have to know for their job and to get by day to day, and then
Oh yeah.
everything else. Like my brain is full of birthdays and choreography from high school dances, and there seems to be room for nothing else. Like every job I've ever had, I'm just like, I don't know. It takes me a while to figure stuff out.
I don't know what's in my head. I never took dance, and I never remember anybody's birthday.
Old cheers from high school, like it's weird. Yeah, people's zodiac signs.
Oh, that you want to talk about fucking useless information? That's when I like literally start to like I go into like a trance and drool when you guys talk about zodiac shit on Simcast. I'm like, how long is this gonna go?
There should be a timer that goes off like when we start talking about astrology. There should be like a limit, like bzzz, or like a live count of people logging off.
Let's give ourselves 5 minutes to talk about this make-believe bullshit that every girl
really
loves.
generous. Yeah.
Every girl loves it too, and they swear by it. Like, you don't understand. That is such an Aries thing to say.
That's so like you. Cecil, do you ever feel like you have to deal with your parents like with kid gloves, I guess, or do you feel like they're pretty self-sufficient, or do you feel like you have to do things for them? Or are they not alive anymore?
Well, thank you for bringing up something really painful.
Oh no.
I was supposed to check the batteries in their radon detector. You know what? Next question. No, my parents are alive and well, and no, they don't. I don't have to do shit for them yet.
Okay.
They're pretty self-sufficient. I
Like my
almost
dad-
killed my dad by accident a couple
Okay.
years ago.
Did
when
what
I was
by accident?
well, I was like, I don't know, 80 pounds heavier at the time, and I was down visiting him, and he plays pickleball. He was like, I don't know, he's in his 70s. And he's running me around the court like he's just fucking kicking my ass, you know.
Have you seen the Jim Brewer pickleball bit?
No.
You will love it. It is so Jim Brewer's one of my absolute favorites.
I love
He
Jim
does
Brewer,
a
man,
really
yeah.
funny bit about playing pickleball, how he's middle-aged, but then he comes upon this like pickleball game and all the old guys are scoping him out, and like his act outs are hilarious. His physical comedy is like one of the best.
He's fucking one of my favorite shows I ever saw was at the not in the Garden, but it was the smaller theater. I forget what it's called, the Paramount, maybe it's called in the Garden.
Mhm.
And it was Robert Schimmel. This is years ago. It was Schimmel, Dave Chappelle, who wasn't Dave Chappelle yet, and Jim Brewer was the headliner. And it was three guys that were just absolutely fucking destroyed. It was the best show I've ever been to. You know, other than your show Saturday Night.
Yeah, of course.
But Brewer, I became a huge fan of Brewer from seeing him live.
He's so good.
He's good. I would love to see his pickleball thing. It's addictive. But so at one point, my father just was like, man, I'm tired. And then I'm like, all right, we'll stop it, you know. But he was kicking my ass. I was like fucking morbidly obese and fucking. And he goes to I leave, I come back to New York. He goes to the doctor the next day, and he has just a scheduled appointment. And they put him on the treadmill to do his heart, and they're like, you have a 90% blockage, and they're like, you need surgery like immediately. So they're like, you know, we have you scheduled for 9 a.m. tomorrow. So he's like, all right, I'll be back. They're like, no. They're like, you're not allowed to leave. They're like, you're about to have a heart attack at any moment. So like, I always think, I'm like, had I been in shape, I probably would have killed him. Because he was
right, because you could have overworked him.
Exactly. I was like, he would have just dropped dead. He had like, you know, but he's fine. He's actually really good because he never had the heart attack, so his heart never had any damage. They just replaced the veins and everything. But I always think like, shit, if I was just in a little bit better shape and ran him around just a little bit more,
you being out of shape saved his life.
Yeah. So eat up, kids. Could save a life.
That's really amazing.
I think if that's the other lesson besides stay boosted is eat as much as you can to save your father.
Stay boosted. So I was like talking to my dad and he was like, oh, I don't know. Because I don't know how old he is. He's probably 77 or 76. And we're talking about like wedding stuff. And then he's like, oh, all right. Should I rent a suit or should you rent me a suit? And then I talked to Frank. Frank's like, don't rent him a suit. He's a grown man. Let him buy his own suit.
He tried to run that shit on you.
I don't know if he was trying to like offer that up as an idea because he's like a little clueless, or if I offered that up. Like I do this thing where I feel like someone's having a hard time with something and then I just do it for them or I help them. Like
he's doing one of my oldest tricks in the world.
I don't know if he's doing that, but then I text him.
Oh my!
But isn't that fucking annoying? Let's say I rent him a suit. He's still got to come try it on, and then it might not fit perfectly. He would have to get it edited, and then what the fuck was the point of me getting it?
I love the way you talk. Edited. You mean tailored?
Tailored.
Like auditioned for school. Edited.
But like, what, he doesn't have to carry. He doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to carry a fucking suit. Like, how much shit are you really bringing for like a weekend? You can't hold a suit.
I did this for half my life. What your father's still doing in the 70s. It's just pretend to be so bad at something that somebody will just do it for you.
I hate that.
I know it's the worst. I don't do that. I haven't done that in years, but I used to do that. Like I was like, it's such a dick move.
So you'd rather risk not looking your best? Like that's such a lazy thing.
Can I just pretend that I don't know how to do this so somebody else will do it? I got by a lot on personality and that.
Because I'm thinking, oh, he doesn't have a woman in his life right now that can like help him with this shit. But I'm like, he has had women in his life. Like he does remember.
Of course, he knows how to buy a suit. He doesn't need you. You have a million fucking things. One, you got a career where you're traveling. You have shows. You have fun. And you're planning a wedding and you got to help a guy who's got nothing else to do all day. You got to find him a suit. Just get a fucking suit. Just be like, get your fucking suit. That's it. How dare you even put this on me? Get the fuck out of here. Get a suit. Your daughter's getting married. Get a suit. Click. That's it.
Oh, what if I only wear it once or twice? He didn't say that, but I was like, oh, well, what
so then donate it. Give it to a homeless person. It'll be
dinners and shit. Like if he's trying.
What's the downside of owning a suit? Really?
There is none.
Men only need like one suit, a couple shirts, a couple ties.
To match anybody or anything. It can just whatever looks best.
And a dark blue or a black suit.
Or I rent him the gayest fucking suit possible. That's actually a great idea. I rent him a actual transgender flag suit. I have one custom made for him.
You really want him getting sucked off in your bathroom at your wedding? Is that what you want?
Oh God. No, we're gonna try to keep him busy with beers so that doesn't happen.
That's funny. I did meet your dad. That's all I could think about was that story. It's so bad. you kind of poison the well when you're like, hey, my dad let a guy blow him. Oh, here's my dad. It's like, well, I'm not. How am I not supposed to think about that?
When did you meet him? Was that at a show or something?
It was at the family only part of your engagement party.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay.
And I thought I was family.
I like that you came early. And then I felt bad. I felt like, oh, what's happening here? Like, it's just my family. Ew.
She's like, this part is for family only. And I showed up for that part. And I was adamant that I was right. And then you like showed me the text. I was like,
Oh no, it's fine. It's like I shouldn't have. Whatever.
Yeah, Lake 452 has it right.
You're really better than 98% of my family anyway. So
Cousin Cecil.
John Beard is saying get him a full tux. Well, what if nobody else is? People will be wearing tuxes. That's true.
What is Frank wearing?
But you don't have to. He probably is going to do a suit.
You guys aren't doing. He's not going to do a tux.
I don't think so. I think he's anti-tux.
Yeah, then get him a ridiculous tux then, like Dumb and
Yeah,
Dumber.
but look, Dad, you got to do the flaps and everything. You got to look like you're about to.
Tails and a top coat.
I'm sorry, they're called flaps. We gotta get you some flaps.
Yeah, get him like tails, top coat, top hat.
Top hat, yes. That's kind
fucking
of boss though. Like when else, honestly, like how much longer are you gonna live? How many other chances to look insane are you
This
gonna
might
have?
be it for him to dress. Get him a like when can you wear a
monocle? Yeah. Maybe I can
All
say
right.
if you want, go balls out. Get a fucking tux.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's pulling the. I think he's pulling the. I don't know. What should I do?
Is he trying to do minimal effort?
Just so you'll just be like, I'll get you your suit, Dad. So one, he has to pay for nothing. He has to do like it's just sent to him.
No, I would
He's
not
not gonna
send
need
it to him. I would literally like leave it here and wait for him to come up and like you try it on. I don't know, but then I have to put it in his fucking hotel room or whatever because I'm gonna be so busy trying to make this look good. I'm not gonna have time.
He's giving you shit to do, and he's also trying to get you to pay for it. So fuck off. Just be like, that's it.
I don't know. I don't know. He's not cheap like that. Like
Well, he asked, "Are you paying for it, or am I?"
He didn't say that. That was not discussed.
Okay. He said, "Are you getting it?" Okay, but he would have paid.
I don't know because he said what is everybody else doing? But
all right, as long as he's not cheap, that's good. But still, he's just trying to get you to take care of one more thing for him. What's he doing all day?
Nothing.
You go to fucking Men's Warehouse and get it.
I literally, that's what Frank said. I literally sent him directions to the nearest Men's Warehouse.
It's like for $200 you get a suit. It's fine, 1 day suit, and then you have it. Has it in his closet for funerals. His friends are going to start dropping soon. He'll need a suit.
Yeah, all his boosted friends. Yeah.
Everybody's going to be getting myocarditis down it. Tell him like you're going to need a suit. The funerals are coming, pal.
Oh my God, that's so bleak.
I know, and also I don't want to be morbid, but be like, Dad. Also, what are we going to bury you in? You need a suit.
That's funny. Chrissy and Cecil, let's do a road trip to Matsuri. Well, I'll definitely be there. Johnny Mumbles, have you seen the AI video of Will Smith eating pasta? Holy shit, no.
It's an AI?
An AI of Will Smith eating pasta AI. Oh, is this scary? Will Smith eating spaghetti will haunt you for the rest of your life. Great. That's what I need. More haunting. Where is this?
My mother used to call me a haunt when I was a little kid.
A haunt?
You're a haunt.
What a horrible thing to call someone.
Well, my grandmother used to call my older brother Faccia Bella, and then she called me Faccia Brute, and I had no idea what Faccia Brute meant, even though I'm Italian.
Fat, handsome?
No, Faccia Bella
handsome.
means Faccia Bella means pretty face, and Faccia Brute means ugly face. And my whole life, my grandmother's nickname was Faccia Brute.
Oh no!
Yeah, and by the time I found out she was long dead, I couldn't even smack her.
Faccia Brute sounds like a fancy cologne.
Faccia Brute.
Yeah.
By Sergio Armani. Faccia Brute.
I'll be like, look, Dad, if you're trying to hook up at my wedding, you better come looking fleek.
Yeah, you got to sell him. Listen, I understand it's a $200 suit, but it's for the wedding. It's for your friends' funerals, and it's what you're going to be wearing for the rest of eternity. So fucking buck up and get.
Oh, and
for $200,
he's not going to get buried. He's going to want to get cremated. My family doesn't get buried. We try to take up as little space as possible.
It's very green of you.
Plus, it's cheaper. That's probably the main reason.
What do you guys like? Keep the ashes, or do you like?
I still don't
sprinkle?
even have my mother's ashes. He's like, he has them, and he won't send them to me because they're too expensive to send.
Are you sure he's not cheap?
Because it's too much of a pain in the ass, or whatever it is. It's too much for him.
Oh,
to
you're
send me
saying like it's not
my
the
own fucking
expenses
mom's
just to go to the FedEx is too much, but he'd pay if he was already there.
I think if it takes more than one step, he's not interested.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was him for a long time. Like, just a pain in the ass.
It is a pain to send human remains through the mail. You know what? Maybe I'll tell him to bring some to the wedding. If that won't.
I got a great idea. Also, don't
maybe I'll
say
put some in my bouquet.
Oh my God, that's so morbid. No, just don't tell them you're sending fucking ashes. Like, just send it. Like, hey, it's illegal to send weed in the fucking mail too, but it's probably the number one thing UPS delivers. You know?
Okay, true.
Just tell them to send it. That's all. Just don't
Just
fucking.
send it, brah.
Just send it, brah.
Yeah, just put it in. Go to CVS, buy like empty toiletry containers, fill up a mini shampoo bottle with ashes, and then
Wait, doesn't she have an urn?
I would hope so. I think they might still be in a box. I don't know if he did the urn thing. He also said he put some in front of a fucking meaningless tree in Florida. I'm like, my mom had no fucking connection to Florida. Like, I don't know. I think he just did it for him because that's where a place where he would go. Ashton,
hello. How are you guys?
What's up, my love? We're just talking about my dad not wanting to buy a suit.
What? For your wedding?
Or we're trying to figure out if he's sneakily trying to get me to rent him a suit instead of him just buying one, which is actually, it'd be just easier for him. Now that I'm talking about it, it's easier for him to just go get fitted and then buy it at the place and then just have it.
They have those sales at Men Warehouse. It's like 200.
He was trying to give me his measurements earlier today. I wasn't even writing them down. I'm like, I don't remember this shit. He's like, oh, I'm a 30-inch waist, same as high school. I'm like, great. Here's your trophy.
Great, Dad. I'm writing it down, and you're like moving your hand in the air.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm right on top of that, Rose. Yeah.
That's a good reference. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Yeah. I'm like fully embracing obscure movie references from now on.
Do it.
I'm like,
I do it all the time.
unapologetically gonna reference things that very few people have seen.
Do it.
Yeah. Ashton's crushing the cosplay lately. Everyone's loving your Back to the Future cosplay. Are you buying more costumes now? Are you sewing them yourself? What is your process like?
So it really depends on what people request, because what I did was I was only going to do some main cosplays I was actually interested in. But I figured, well, you know, if people have a cosplay or a character they really like, then they can just tell me. And if they buy the supplies for it, I can easily put it together and I can make some photos or whatever out of it. And I ended up not putting a limit on my customs and ended up with 150 different requests. So some of these I'm making by hand. Some of these I'm just getting the supplies for and putting them together. Like my Raven cosplay was pretty easy to put together. I just need like the cape and the belt and things like that. Whereas my Ivy, I have to glue each leaf individually to this bodice that I put together. Some of them I'm sewing. Some of them I was lucky enough to have companies reach out to me and offer like princess dresses for free because, you know, they've seen my videos and whatnot. So it really depends on the actual cosplay itself.
That's cool.
Yeah, the Marty McFly one got a lot of attention.
I know you like that one, Cecil. I wonder why.
Yeah. Because I'm a fucking old pervert. That's
he's
why.
Straight. No.
It ended up on a Back to the Future Reddit page. And a lot of people were freaking out over it. I feel like when it's a pretty obviously Back to the Future isn't obscure, but it's something I really haven't seen many cosplayers do, especially gender swapped. So we're gonna end up. It got so popular so quickly that my boyfriend and I were just gonna go to MegaCon as Doc and Marty last minute because a lot of people liked it so much. But
Flake is a
yeah.
good idea. You should make videos showing how you make the costumes. Loads of girls would watch.
I have thought about doing that actually. I thought about doing that on my YouTube, getting back onto the YouTube swing.
Like a little time lapse-a-rooney.
Yeah,
What is the character? Because we're all doing Houston, we're all doing Anime Matsuri. So what is have you thought about what you're doing, Chrissy, or are you just too busy?
I haven't thought about it
planning
all. I haven't thought about it all, but I do want to do it at least one day. I don't know. I got to figure out like what would look good.
You make a great Poison Ivy.
Ooh, I used to have a Poison Ivy costume. I think I had to throw it out. But it's easy. That's easy to make. You just get hot glue some vines onto a green bodysuit and
yeah.
There
Like
you
I'm
go.
taking each leaf and putting it onto. The problem is it's time tasking. Like the leaves are going to take me forever. That's the problem. But honestly, if you just do that, it's still going to look really well done.
I'll just spray poison gas everywhere. That might be fun. Okay, John
I do that
Beard.
occasionally.
I want to spend monies. You look lovely as ever. I think that was directed at Ashton. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Blank face.
David Lowe has a good suggestion for you, Chrissy. April O'Neil for you would be good.
Yes. Oh my God, that's it. Yes, especially given her recent race swapping.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a black chunky chick now.
Wait,
what? Yeah, they
Yeah.
race swapped her for Seth Rogen's cartoon version?
Yeah, she's a body positivity black chick now.
Yeah. So I got to do an April O'Neil and maybe a Peggy Bundy, even though that has nothing to do with like.
You just want another reason to wear leopard pattern. I'm
I know
convinced.
it's really just wearing.
Oh, I found the
already
best
own.
leopard bodysuit because people want me to do the villain from the Wonder Woman. I don't know Wonder Woman very well, so I apologize for not remembering her name. But the villain from the Wonder Woman movie, they want me to do her. I found the best leopard bodysuit. Chrissy, I'll send it to you. You're gonna love it. It has the tail and everything.
Oh, it's Chitara, right?
Yeah, that's her. Sorry. I know Batman stuff more than I know anything else in DC, so people have to correct me on stuff.
It's Muffin. Say hi, Muffin.
I like that's not April O'Neil. I like it's. Somebody wrote it's not April O'Neil. It's Juneteenth O'Neil.
Well, that's the girl from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you go as Megan Fox?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go as
a dude.
I'm gonna go with my standby, which is drunk idiot, which is what I usually go as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
You're
don't it?
you're like a cosplay as yourself, basically.
Yeah. Cartoon character.
Muffin is getting over her conjunctivitis.
For what?
Muffin had a goopy eye for a while. She had conjunctivitis.
Oh.
Did you give it the medicine?
We had to do eye drops. Yeah.
How long did it take?
Red, a couple days. It was clearing up after I could notice a difference after a day. Because one day her eye was just all wet around her eye, and then there was like goop coming out, and I was like, ugh. I was like,
You weren't shoving your panties in her mouth, were you?
no, I stopped that. No, I think she's just sniffing a lot of butts at the dog park, and I think she just sniffed a little too much.
Muffin got around.
Oh yeah, maybe I could do the trans shooter cosplay. That's a good idea.
Oh my god.
That is a terribly good idea.
I'm so sick of people like being like, oh, we have to get their gender right. They're getting misgendered. It's like, this person killed children. This person was contemplating on going to a church and hurting people at a church because they had an issue with Christianity, but because the church was closed, they decided to take it out on children instead. So it's like, it wasn't like they didn't even have a real motive. They just wanted to take their anger out on someone, and they chose children as a second resort. That's the crazy part. The children were a second resort to something else. So
they're like, oh, she was upset with her friend dying. Like, that's an excuse.
Yeah, but they're also talking about her like she's like an angsty teen. She's 28 years old.
Yeah, you grown.
This is like you are a fucking fully functional adult. Like,
and even if it was an angsty teen, I don't hear about angsty teen, like the average angsty teenager doing this kind of thing.
No, the average does not. This is a mental case, but
yeah, get a bad tattoo and be done with it. Or like, I don't know, listen to bad music.
And then, of course, I see these people debating about gun issues and gun laws. Like, listen, the people who are talking about banning guns and AR-15s and AK-47s, first of all, they're getting the AK-47 and the AR-15 mixed up. And they're talking about assault weapons and talking about them as if they're, they keep referring them to as machine guns, but it's like machine guns and bump stocks have been illegal in this country forever. AK-47s and AR-15s, especially the ones that are being used, don't have bump stocks. The people who are talking about guns know absolutely nothing about guns to be talking about them. It's like, if you want to make the world more peaceful and you think there's an issue in a certain subject, at least learn what you're talking about first.
It wasn't
an
AR.
Too hard. That takes time.
It was like a modified 9mm. It wasn't even an AR-15 or
right.
AK.
But people are assuming. They're assuming because they think, oh, AR-15 scary, AK-47 scary. And I'm like, I make the whole mistake of talking more than I should about something I don't know enough about too. But it's frustrating because these people are claiming to want some sort of change in the world, but they're just they're not even doing the research. They're not even reading the articles.
They have their fucking pet cause, and they will fit whatever happened in to fit that narrative. It's like, I'm against AR-15, so it's like, oh, this wouldn't have happened if she didn't have an AR-15. Well, she didn't have an AR-15. She didn't. But that doesn't matter. They're still going to run with that story, like, because
they're
they're
still going to shoehorn it.
Okay, not modified pistol thank you, Andrew. It was a pistol caliber carbine. Yeah. Okay. It was not an AR-15. It was.
See, some people are paying attention.
Well, it's like the whole TikTok ban thing. I was telling people this isn't about TikTok or China. This is a red herring for the entire internet, the whole information control. And then everyone started saying, oh, well, Ashton must be paid off by TikTok. No, I am telling you, I've read the bill. And if TikTok goes under, Rumble is next. YouTube is next.
How many pages is the bill?
It's like 10 pages. It's like 10 pages.
It's basically, to sum it up, they're addressing an actual problem, which is like, China getting information, and then they're sneaking in insane amount of power grab from the government. So they got something that most people would agree, like, hey, China shouldn't have access to all this information. Who would argue with that? But then they're sneaking in so much power for the government to just to access every person on the planet's fucking, your Ring doorbell, anything. Like, seriously, anything in there is now accessible. And they're putting it in a bill to like ban TikTok. So it's like, yeah, people think that the bill is about banning TikTok, but that's just the fucking Trojan horse that they're going to get all this other shit. It's the same as, the Patriot Act, basically.
Yeah. And the thing is,
one of the TikTok ban authors is denying that the legislation will affect VPNs. But it's like, how can you believe
it in the bill? It says so in the bill. How can you deny that?
That's what he's saying.
Well,
the bill does not directly name VPNs as a focus, but some claim this week that the language of the legislation could allow lawmakers to penalize VPN users.
It says so in the bill. Like, what does he mean? Like, it's not there. It's there. Like,
yeah, they're
just lying. They just straight up lie at this point, because once it's passed, it's done.
I got banned from TikTok streaming. I still think people should have the right to choose what applications and social media they want to use. Like, that shouldn't be a crazy concept. Like, if TikTok got banned tomorrow, just TikTok, I wouldn't mind so much, because there's always going to be a new app that's made to replace it. My problem is that people are now being told what they can and cannot use and what information they should take in. And that's my issue.
Yeah, the Restrict Act would give Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo the power to identify, deter, disrupt, prevent, prohibit, investigate, and otherwise mitigate any risk arising from any covered transaction by any person with any respect to any property if the Secretary determines that they pose an undue or unacceptable risk and could involve foreign nations of concern such as China or Iran. So if you post something on a Chinese app about something that has to do with an election, right? They could say, "Oh, you're a threat," to because you're posting through a Chinese app, and it's about something
Right.
like American
That's
related.
how
So they
vague. That's how vague it is. Exactly. They'd be like, "Hey, you were talking about the election. You were using an app based in China. You're a threat."
Yeah. Warner's bill has the support of not only several Republicans, but also of the White House, which means it's probably bad, making it the leading proposal to act on bipartisan worries. Because control is a bipartisan value. Everybody wants control.
It's a uniparty. Like, don't forget. And let me tell you, you want to talk about like stuff that when they're passing all these mandates, the people that were exempt from the shots, Congress, Senate, and their immediate family. That's a fact. That's a verifiable fact. That's not a conspiracy theory. They are exempt from any of the fucking vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you tell people that, they just don't. They're like, they don't even know how to process that. They're like, that can't be real. You know, it's the shit they've write in with the laws.
Wait. So government officials are exempt from the vaccines?
Yes.
I'm just now learning this. Are you serious?
Senate, Congress, and their immediate families exempt. The only other big institution that got exempt is because they had a mass threat strike was the post office.
And no one's questioning this? Like no one's thinking, oh wow, it's kind of weird that we're seeing like that they're telling us you have to take it, but they themselves don't want to take it.
I'm sure they're all vaxxed and boosted, just like you all should be. Thanks, YouTube. Push-ups. Ashton, the X-Men weren't woke. Says
oh yeah, me and Cecil got a debacle about that. Well, here's the thing. I feel like the definition of woke has definitely changed. That's something that someone brought up to me. I was using the original definition of woke as it came out in 1938, and that's reference.
Well, all right. I wasn't.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, Cecil. Like
why are you using the 1930? I'm just saying to me it's like, was the X-Men always socially conscious? Yeah, but that's not what woke is. Woke is just cramming ideology and propaganda into shit where it doesn't belong. It's force feeding. It's basically force-fed propaganda. Your brain knows propaganda when it hears it. That's why no one's buying X-Men comics. It's just garbage. It's like,
well, all of Marvel's garbage now.
It's all just it's one-side ideology propaganda. You take a character like Iceman that's been around for 50 years. It's one of the only mediums where you can actually see what the character's thinking. There are thought bubbles in comics. He's lusted over girls. He's always been a womanizer. And then one day they're like, oh, he's gay. And not only is he gay, he's like super flamboyantly gay, like Billy on the Street gay.
Wait. And Iceman is gay now?
Super gay.
Like, gosh. Okay, I can see people's frustration then for sure. Because if you change the whole character and story to a point where it's not even recognizable anymore,
it's unrecognizable.
Then it's annoying. It's very frustrating. So I can agree with that.
All right. Cecil was born in 1938. How dare you, Bob?
He's older than that actually. So
Shush.
1932.
Okay.
I'm
the Uncanny Avengers.
I'm a depressing kid.
The Uncanny Avengers assembled to hunt the X-Men's Captain America.
What?
In August, the Avengers and X-Men Mixed Unity Squad will return as the Uncanny Avengers, a step back into action to stop a spree of murderous attacks portrayed by the X-Men's version of Captain America, Captain Krakoa.
Oh, Captain Krakoa. Oh, God. They're still doing that storyline?
Written by Jerry Duggan and drawn by Javier Garron, the new Uncanny Avengers series will kick off in the wake of Fall of the X-Men mega event that will act as the tragic third chapter of the Krakoa era. Leaders of both the U.S. and the Krakoa governments are being assassinated by a mysterious new Captain Krakoa, and Steve Rogers believes These are false flag attacks meant to whip up anti-mutant hysteria. For this reason, Captain America assembles a squad made of his best mutants hero friends to stop these killers from igniting a new world war.
Okay, first of all, Captain America is from the 1930s, and as anti-Nazi as he is, you can't tell me a man who is from the 1930s is unfrozen in the modern day times wouldn't have some stigma against people who are different than the average white man.
True.
I'm sorry, you can't tell me that.
True.
Like, yeah, right. Steve Rogers would have referred to Nick Fury as that colored fella.
True.
For sure. And then when they were like, whoa, he would have been like, what?
The team features Captain America, Rogue, Deadpool, Quicksilver, Psylocke, and Penance. The Unity Division features no non-mutants except for Captain America. It's a noticeable change from the past.
People in the chat said Captain Krakoa is just Cyclops, they're saying.
Oh
God. All right.
Yeah, it's different from the previous incarnations. More tightly anchored to the events of the X-Men titles rather than those of the Avengers. It all ties to the aftermath of the Fall of X event, whose importance has been further stressed by Jerry Duggan in his message during Marvel Unlimited's X-Men 60 Uncanny Years live virtual event, where he said, everything we've all been working towards in our third act is coming to a head this summer. The Fall of X era will begin in this year's free comic book day, Avengers X-Men #1, which will include special lead-in stories for Uncanny Avengers from Jerry Duggan, Jonathan Hickman, Joshua Cassara, Javier Garrón, and Valerio Sheedy, which will go on sale May 6th.
Someone said Psylocke is wearing pants now. Oh my God.
Oh
Like,
no pants.
They have no idea who their audience is. It's like adolescent boys, and by that I mean anybody 15 and up, because all men stop aging at 15 pretty much. And we want to see like big tits and tight costumes and big muscle dudes. It's just for fun. It's 15 minutes. You fucking read it and it's done. And they're like, no, let's desexualize the women because it's toxic male behavior to stare at beautiful women.
I hate that too.
So let's make all the women very frumpy and non-athletic, even though they're supposed to be doing these superhuman feats. Let's take on any muscle tone off of them. And
do you want to see a preview of what Psylocke will look like with pants? This is an artist's rendering of what you can expect.
Here's the thing. When women say stop, or even men say this sometimes too, stop making video games and comic books and movies for the male gaze. They say that as if lesbians don't exist, as if people like me don't like titties.
Everyone likes titties.
Regular straight girls buy most of that stuff also. They like looking at it's aspirational. It's like guys like looking at like athletes and stuff. It's aspirational. It's like, oh, I want to get in that shape. Oh, I want my shoulders to look like that, or I want to be able to run like that.
Yeah.
Like women are the same thing. They buy Vogue and all these things, not because they put Lizzo on the cover. I guarantee those are the lowest selling things. They don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean? It's like put some like unattainable beauty on there and it'll sell out. And it's straight women buying it because they want to look at that.
Well, that's the thing too, is I kind of use that as a reason to work out more, is because I'm in convention season right now, so I'm working out all the time because my boyfriend's always dragging me to the gym. And as much as I hate going to the gym, knowing that I have the ability to work out and look like these really attractive women in comic books, that's what's driving me, is to make sure I look good when I'm in these costumes and I go to these conventions. So they're almost like trying to take away the motive for like these young women to try to strive to be not necessarily just attractive looking, but powerful. Because when I'm at the gym, I feel healthier when I walk out of the gym. I feel more powerful out of the gym. And to me, it's almost like they're taking away that motive.
Yeah.
It's also taking away the specialness of it. Like if they're trying to like de-emphasize like physical beauty, and you know, it's hard. Like it's hard work for a girl to get in that kind of shape and stay in that shape and stuff. And they're like, well, since it's hard and I can't do it, then it should not be like applauded.
Yeah.
It should not be applauded for anyone since I can't do it. It's such a fucking just pathetic way of looking at the world. It's almost like, hey, they got to lower the fucking basketball rim because I can't dunk.
Right. Yeah, that's heightest.
Yeah. It's like, this is bullshit. Like, make that thing 6 feet tall so I can fucking dunk.
Yeah, if they throw some pants on Psylocke between now and August, maybe I'll bring that cosplay.
Well,
But yeah, I
did you
think
see
April
what they
O'Neil
did
is a
to
good
the
idea.
Guardians poster? They took the
Mhm.
Guardians
Guardians
poster and they like put these bulky jackets over all the women to make them look like they're like Minecraft characters or something. Like, you can't see any like curves or anything.
Yeah, that other chick is actually really hot too. The one who
She's
plays
from Doctor
Nebula.
Who. She's
Yeah,
Amy
yeah.
Pond. She's very hot. And they,
What's the actress's name again? She's Scottish, right?
Karen something, but I know she plays Amelia Pond in Doctor Who.
Gillian?
It's the only thing I know. Yeah. Karen Gillian.
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 character poster spotted. Okay, all right. Multiverse of Geek Madness. So there's Drax, Cosmo, the dog. Okay. Drax, that's okay. What about the other ones?
If you put in like Nebula poster and body, I'm sure it'll come up because everybody was like, "What the fuck did you do to Nebula?" It looks like I don't know, a mechanic or something, like just like some.
Let's see, Nebula
poster body. Let's see if that.
Teach me how to Google.
Am I mansplaining?
You know, I think they really did. Her body looks completely different because when I Google Nebula poster, yeah, you're right. It doesn't even look like a person. It looks like this.
Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. Now that is body positivity right there.
It looked like, you're so body positive, you fucking explode.
You're fucking for you galaxy-sized gals out there.
Okay. Oh, this. Okay, she has a body here. We want to do the recent one. Let's do 2023. Whoop. How can you tell which one's the old one?
And did they already erase this thing? Because there was like a big.
It's possible that I also don't know how to Google.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's her right there to the left. That's a woman.
Okay, that looks horrible.
That is a bombshell.
This is definitely T Squad vibes for sure. They want to appeal to the T Squad.
Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a Home Depot lesbian look.
It's a sack of potato with arms and legs.
Yeah, that's not by accident.
It's Roblox.
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Shit is, you know what I mean? That's totally on purpose. Like desexualize. It's like, why? Because that leads to toxic male behavior. They leer at women.
Right.
And they buy tickets and they buy.
Then they want to take you to dinner and
I mean, go back to the earliest works of art and statues. It's like all about, you know, the not just the female form, men too. It's like always the, you know, perfect forms and stuff. That's what we were into since Greek gods and shit like that.
The ideal. They want you to look unhealthy because they don't want you to populate.
No, they want to feel good about themselves. Like that's what they look like. And they're like, stop liking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you figured out how to be in shape. No. Keep eating fucking vegan garbage patties. Yeah.
Yeah, let's, instead of dieting, I want to reprogram society to like my body type.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really avoiding a diet right there, man. It's like one bad day at the gym. It's like, wouldn't it just be easier if we reprogrammed everybody to like bad bodies?
Good luck. Can't fight the moonlight. That's a song lyric.
Maybe I'll cosplay as Nebula.
Yes. You could be a male Nebula. You could call yourself Nobula. Nebula with a cock. Wow, we're so fun, guys. Push-ups. I gave Chrissy Old Man Logan. Good old days. Yes, you gave me a comic book. Several actually. John Beard, 2024 future. What is woke? Ashton, how do we move on?
I think I don't know if she's still there. Oh, she muted.
Gone now. She passed out.
I think hopefully we are moving on because they're losing so much fucking money. I mean,
Yeah.
Disney is firing people that really what was I feel like who's coming in the door?
House. That was the creakiest door of all time.
I'm sorry.
It felt like the beginning of Thriller.
It's like I was just gonna say it's the beginning of Michael. It's the beginning of like Monster Mash or something.
She's gonna turn on the camera and have Elvira cosplay on.
Honestly, that would be a great idea. No,
Thanks,
I'm
JVM.
packing up all of my stuff from MegaCon. I want an Elvira cosplay so bad. That's not been requested for me yet. I need to get a boob job first, man. She got
you could push him up. You could push him up.
What a ridiculous push-up bra.
I got big boobies, but like honestly, the girls in the cosplay game, they all get fake boobs, but man, they look good.
Yeah, but that's like I mean, if you want them, get them, but but then maybe you'd feel limited. You couldn't do like regular boob-sized characters.
Yeah, it's easy to gas it up just for a day for a costume. You just gotta put those little cutlets in and
Well, they also have a thing that you put over your head that look like they just go over your torso.
I've seen that. Dudes
they look
mostly wear those.
I mean, maybe, you never know. I don't know.
That's too much. You'll be sweating your ass off in that though.
You know what, Cecil? You should do the Canadian shop teacher cosplay.
Oh my god, that would be fucking great.
Maybe I should do it. That's crazy.
You're like, wait,
whoever.
I don't want to give
Whoever
that
would do it would be
away.
unrecognizable. Like it would be so fucking crazy.
That is such a good cosplay, though.
Yeah.
All right, you decide.
No one's gonna do it. I mean, those boobs. That's like your entire carry-on. They take up a lot of space.
They do.
But maybe we can use it as a purse afterwards, or like a backpack. Maybe they fold up.
Oh my god, that would be the fucking funniest thing, though.
Yeah, it would. Oh my god.
What were they called again? What was the name of that fetish that he was into? Like giant mommy milkers or something?
Autogynephilia?
There's like, I remember we were at Amy Monster and all the girls were dressed as cows. And I have no idea why the cow thing is a thing.
Lots of boys dressed as French maids too, I noticed.
Yeah.
Weird.
I have a friend who does that.
Milking trend going on. I don't know.
I will always chalk it up to us dropping those atomic bombs on Japan. It fucked them up a little bit. And, yeah. They
Truck
never
stop,
really
turkey wrap, and a handy, Cecil. Nice. Thank you, Jay Bama. Oh, Ashton, Rand Paul just stopped the internet being destroyed. Really?
They did?
Well, yeah. So there was a meeting about it, and Rand Paul was the only person to stand up and say, have any of you actually read this bill? And he was the only person who spoke out against it. He basically stopped the whole bill going through for now. But
the resist bill? Or what's it called? The
restrict bill?
Restrict bill, yeah.
Yeah. He was the only person to say anything, but he basically pushed against it. And right now, everything's safe for now. But it's just amazing how no other Republicans or Democrats even said anything. Like, it's almost like they didn't read the bill or just didn't care.
No, they want the control. This is massive control over it. It is really one party. It really is. When it comes down to it, it's part of the reason they hated Trump so much. It's like he's not in the club. And it's also why like
he used to be.
They hate DeSantis, but they're like, they're trying to push DeSantis in instead of Trump because when it really comes down to it, and I love DeSantis, he's in the club. He went to Yale. You know what I mean? He's part of the system. Trump is not part of the fucking club.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, we need someone who went to community college. we need a Hofstra graduate.
Well, no, because Trump went to like an Ivy League. Hold on. Trump went to an Ivy League. Trump was friends with the Clintons at one point. A lot of people forget that. Trump was friends with these people.
Part of, I think every president is either Princeton, Yale, or Harvard. Like every one of them. There's like nothing deviates from that.
No Nassau community? That's annoying.
No Nassau community, no Hofstra, no Fordham.
Wow.
No school of visual arts. Yeah, so but it's like it's a very tight knit circle, and they all know the same people, the same clubs, the same professors, the same everything. And Trump was an outsider to that world, and there were just as many Republicans that wanted him out as fucking Democrats, because he shut off that fucking Iraq and Afghanistan war money, which was $2 billion a month, which was going to a lot of things.
Didn't he do an $8 billion arms deal though with Saudi Arabia or something like that? I could be wrong about the country, but I know there's an $8 billion arms deal of some sort.
That's 4 months. That's 4 months of
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're talking about $2 billion a month for 20 years, and he came in and was like, "Wait, we're having a hard time beating a bunch of guys in like 1982." Toyota pickup trucks and 30-year-old AK-47s. Why don't we
Trump went to Fort. Trump did go to Fordham, but then he went to UPenn.
Right. So he's not in the club. He's not initiated. That's all there is to it. He was an outsider, and he looked at things the way normal people lived, which is like, why are we having a hard time beating goat herders in old pickup trucks with 30-year-old AK-47s? Shouldn't we be able to wipe them out in 6 months? Which he did. And the war ended. And they were like, yo, you just shut off $2 billion a month that we've had going for 20 years.
Wow.
Get him out. The Republicans wanted him out too. Like he was fucking with their money. Like,
Yep.
Thank you.
So why, Cecil? It's the same system I worked on. I read the bill completely. It needs to be stopped immediately. Yeah, good night, Mr. Knows What's Up. John Beard, pray in front of your Harry and Meghan overlords.
The world's privacy tour.
If we hold AI's tech, will others hold the same tech? Interesting. Who knows? It's all very scary to me.
Did you hear Meghan and I guess Harry, or they're not suing South Park, but they talked to their lawyers contacted the creators of South Park because they were so offended by their episode.
That's so funny. What
their world privacy tour. Well, it was a pretty accurate episode. They're basically going around the world talking about how they want privacy, but then they're inserting themselves in everything.
Yeah, leave us alone. From the cover of every fucking magazine.
Yeah. Harry and Meghan Markle deny that they're planning to sue over a South Park episode. Oh, okay. Yeah, but they definitely felt a way about it. Okay, so apparently they're not going to sue. They're just upset and overwhelmed by the episode.
Oh, am I cursing a lot? Someone said my bad language will cost you your monetization.
Oh, I mean,
Was I
no,
cursing?
we talked about many things that are going to do that.
We're talking about, we were talking about a cop shoving her panties in a dude's mouth.
No, Cecil, you're the problem.
You're
the problem, Cecil.
Someone in the chat was asking where the Cecil Tuesday show is. Tuesdays with Cecil.
Because I drove here Monday night. I got in like 4:00 in the morning Monday night. I'm supposed to start work. I woke up Tuesday morning and just had puked for like 24 hours straight.
Whoa.
I had like somewhere in Ohio, I grabbed like a turkey wrap at a gas station, and I guess I got food poisoning. And I just I could not. So I had a Tuesday night show planned, and I don't have internet here. I'm on my phone. So I could never go. I was going to go to the Diaz brothers' office to do the stream, and I could not even lift my head off the pillow. I could not move. I was fucking.
What were you drinking? Oh no, it's just from the wrap.
I just had a wrap, and people were like, "Oh, did you get diarrhea?" I'm like, I wish I had diarrhea. It was like nonstop throwing up. It was like,
oh my god!
And then like you take a sip of water, and then that comes out, and then you dry heave. You know how like your body aches from fucking heaving? Like it was like that.
But then you feel so thin afterwards.
Oh my god! I ran to the mirror. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so pretty right now." I kept spinning.
Yeah.
I was like, why didn't I bring my scale with me? I was so mad, but I could tell it.
Feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. So I had a stream scheduled for Tuesday. I do Tuesday night streams, but I honestly, I couldn't even stand up. I was like fucking spinning.
Oh no, poor Cecil.
It was fun. It was fun. The next day, I was like, I got up. I was so dehydrated. And I was like, let me just chug a water. And I just sat right next to the toilet waiting for it. And it never came up. I was like, thank God.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's bad. I gotta get you back on a wet spot, Cecil. I know April 24th we're trying to do Frankie McDonald's birthday show, but I think I have a bunch of dates in April open.
Are you flying him in?
No. He's just like zooming in from Canada like usual.
Because I think that could be a movie of him getting lost in New York.
That would be great.
Him and Don
the
7
foot tall teenage boy, like, hey, here we go. Him and Don Terrius, yeah. Apparently Alex Stein got another, like a Texas Don Terrius, because I saw him with a different black guy. I was like, wow, he's been replaced.
I think that was the original Don Terrius, if I'm not.
Really?
Is that an old? It might be an old.
Yeah, I think one of them was his neighbor.
Yeah,
the OG Don Terrius.
Yeah, they had the gender reveal thing. It's non-binary.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought for sure the confetti was going to be black. Like, that's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, Don Terrius, it's yours.
We already knew that.
Yeah. Okay, I have to pee really bad. This was fun, y'all. Cecil, tell people where they can find you.
Tonight I'm going to be on the Jack Show, which is on Anna, that Star Wars Girls channel, tonight at 11:30, and then I will be on my channel next Tuesday at 9:30 for Tuesdays with Cecil. I'll be back on the regular schedule, unless I have violent diarrhea or something.
Yeah, no more road raps.
No more road raps.
And Ashton, where can people find you? What's coming up?
You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, TikTok before it goes bye-bye, I guess. I mean, I'm basically banned on there. They won't let me post anymore. So basically Instagram, Twitter. And if you're going to be at MegaCon this weekend, come say hi.
Ooh, that's in Orlando, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Fun. Okay. Yeah, post a lot of pics.
I will. I always do.
Cool. All right. Thank you to the chat. Thanks for your super chats and your comments. And I will see you guys at 5 o'clock. I'll have Aiden Paladin on the show.
She's fun.
Yeah, she's fun. She's a good time. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.